नहमदहु व नुसल्ली अला रसूलिहिल करीम। Every system in the body depends on oxygen, from cognition to digestion. Effective breathing can not only provide you with a greater sense of mental clarity, but it can also help you sleep better, digest food more efficiently, improve your body's immune response, and reduce stress levels. Today, I am going to talk about a very important phenomena known as the nasal cycle. Now, let's see what science has to say about the special phenomena of breath. There was a German physician, Richard Kaiser. In 1895, he found that there is a predictable pattern of swelling and shrinkage of tissues in the nose. He had observed periodic cycle of congestion and decongestion that alternated between the right and left nostril. Let me make it simpler. For a period of time, erectile tissues in our right nostril will swell and erectile tissues in the left nostril will shrink. Then after that period of time, erectile tissues in our left nostril will swell and erectile tissues in the right nostrils will shrink. This phenomena was later termed the nasal cycle. This phenomena is widely known in the scientific community and has been subject to multiple studies. Here is what science confirmed so far. Point number 1. At any given moment, you are breathing through one dominant nostril. Then sometime later, you switch to another one. This switch happens every 2 to 2.5 hours. But it can vary from person to person and continues rhythmically. Point number 2. This rhythm changes over time for most people. Point number 3. It seems to be controlled by the central nervous system. Point number 4. Swelling and shrinking seem to be related to the sympathetic. In short, we call it SNS, and parasympathetic. In short, we call it PNS nerves. Now, what are these SNS and PNS? The SNS prepares the body for physical action, including fighting, fleeing, freezing, and engaging in the sexual intercourse. When the SNS is activated, the body's resources are taken away from processes such as digestion and resting and sent to organs that activate physical activities such as the heart and the pupils. You can call it fight or flight. The PNS system is activated when people are at rest, such as after eating or when relaxing. The PNS system slows down organ functions, such as slowing down our heartbeat. PNS can be called rest and digest. Most organs in the body, including cerebral hemisphere, are innervated by fibers from the both SNS and the PNS. There are a bunch of those nerves in the nose too. We have one set of nerves that covers the right side of the body and right nostril, and another one that covers the left side and the left nostril. What scientists are finding now is that those fibers have opposing effect. This means that any given moment you have sympathetic dominance on one side of the body and breathe mostly through that nostril, and parasympathetic dominance on the other. Then sometime later they switch. Suppose you have sympathetic dominance on the right side of your body. So you will breathe through the right nostril, and the left side of your body will have parasympathetic dominance. Similarly, when you will have parasympathetic dominance on the left hand side of the body, so you will breathe through the left nostril, and the right side of your body will have parasympathetic dominance. This is called lateralized ultradian rhythms of autonomic nervous system. In short, it is known as ANS. So basically, the nasal cycle is an indicator of switch that happens between the SNS and PNS from one side to another. Remember, although your nose may feel stuffy when you have a cold, that's not due to the nasal cycle. In general, both nostrils are congested when you are sick. So you are going to have trouble breathing through your nose no matter where you are in the cycle. Why does it matter? What? Why does it matter? What matter? Nasal cycle. Yes. So well, multiple research studies show that the way your body functions is quite different based on which side of the body has sympathetic dominance. When the sympathetic dominance is dominant on the right side and the parasympathetic dominance system is dominant on the left, you get right nostril dominance, right lung dominant, generally a more active state, locomotor activity increased, heart rate increased, blood pressure increased, respiration rate increased, body temperature increased, cortisol increased, prolactin secretion reduces, testosterone increase, and endorphins increased. When the sympathetic system is dominant on the left side and the parasympathetic system is dominant on the right, you get exactly opposite of the previous one. That is what? Left nostril dominance, left lung dominant, generally more resting state, locomotor activity decrease, heart rate decrease, blood pressure decrease, respiration rate reduced, body temperature reduced, cortisol reduced, prolactin secretion increased, testosterone reduced, endorphin reduced. So basically, in the course of the day, you alternate between more active and more restful states. The surprising thing is that Sufi saint had known about it for hundreds of years and used it effectively to change the body's temperature and one's mental state. Sufi saint knew this phenomena and its duration. If it's between 20 minutes to around 3.5 hours, then it is normal. If it's more than 3.5 hours, or the existence of predominant airflow in particular nostril is very high when compared to the other nostril, then you are sick. In fact, they knew to correct this problem. In one experiment, they found that out of 260 154 subjects were classified under the first group that belonged to the subjects possessing a predominant nasal airflow in the right nostril, and the remaining 106 subjects belongs to the second group possessing predominant nasal airflow in the left nostril. It is determined that about 87% in group 1 exists a predominant airflow in the right nostril, and the subjects were suffering from any one of the following diseases: peptic ulcer, eye diseases, hyperchloride, esophagic, gastritis, diarrhea, insomnia, liver disorder, gastrointestinal disorders, and cardiac diseases. Similarly, 92% of the group 2 possesses predominant airflow in the left nostril, and subjects were suffering from any one of the following diseases: loss of appetite, tuberculosis, allergy, respiratory disorders like wheezing, and bronchitis asthma. From this experiment, we can conclude why zikr, remembrance of God, is so important through breath. Sufi saint knows how to treat many physical illness by correcting nasal cycle, duration, and its alteration. We must be thankful to our spiritual mentors. In spirituality, we say that our energy balance is affected by the flow of energy along three major channels. The solar channel, in Urdu we call it Shamshi Tanaffus, and in Hindi we call it Pingala Nadi. Second one is lunar channel. In Urdu we call it Kamri Tanaffus, and in Hindi we call it Ida Nadi. And third one is central channel. In Urdu we call it Markazi Tanaffus, and in Hindi we call it Shushumna Nadi. Lunar channel is cooling and has an overall feminine quality. It terminates at the left nostril. Solar channel is heating and has an overall masculine quality. It terminates at the right nostril. Breathing in through a nostril will emphasize the qualities of that channel. Breathing out through the nostril will sedate the corresponding channel. Look at my action to understand this. If we breathe in through the right nostril, solar channels get activated, and breathing through the left nostril means the lunar channel sedates. Remember, if you breathe through right nostril, solar channel gets activated, and breathing through left nostril, when I am saying breathing through, that means it is breathing out through the left nostril, means the lunar channel sedates. When we breathe in through the left nostril, lunar channel gets activated, and breathing out through the right nostril means the solar channel sedates. So simple. Yes. Sometimes there might be too much heat in the system. For example, if somebody has hot flashes or feels angry or irritable, which can be helped by breathing in through the left nostril to stimulate the lunar channel, and out through the right to sedate the solar channel. when there is not enough heat in the system. For example, cold limbs, low blood pressure, and depression. It can help to breathe in through the right nostril to stimulate the solar channel and out through the left to sedate the lunar channel. According to spirituality, when two sides are balanced, life force can enter the central channel. Life force can enter the central channel and travel upwards to the top of the head. Then eternal bliss is achieved. In my next video, we will understand how to balance two sides and enter in central channel. So stay tuned and subscribe channel to get the latest video updates. Hit the bell icon to get all notifications on time. Wama alena illal balag.